Good morning, folks. Thank you for coming out. Welcome. Thank you for all coming out. Welcome. Anyway, today is Monday, the 28th of February. It is now 11 a.m. And the board, I believe, we're in a quorum and we're ready to proceed with business. Ms. Wager is here, Mr. Turansky is here, Mrs. Cook, and Mr. Sager is replacing Mrs. Carlucci. And then, of course, there's me. The affidavit I do not have with me. The roll call has been done. The board to make a motion to accept the minutes of the last board meeting of December 18th, 2021. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to accept.
Mrs. Cook.
I second it.
Ms. Wager. Is the board in agreement?
Yes.
Yes. Mrs. Cook?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. The first item on the agenda is board reorganization.
Before we start, I would just like to say,
Okay.
Tony has asked that we take a vote as to who should run this meeting. I believe the president should run the meeting. Tony believes that it's up to the board to take a vote. So why don't we take the vote?
Okay. Who should chair the meeting? Is there a motion for Bruce?
I make a motion for Bruce to chair the meeting.
Okay. So it's noted for the record, it's a board meeting, and thank you for voting. So Ms. Wager, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, Ms. Lamke, who is not on the board, has made the second. So is the board accepting Ms. Lamke, who's not on the board, her second? No. Okay, so Bruce, you could second it.
I second it.
Okay. Is the board in agreement that Bruce should chair the board meeting? Ms. Wager? Yes.
Yes.
Mr. Turansky?
Yes.
Mrs. Cook?
No.
Mr. Sager?
No.
Mr. Rubio? No. So,
I'd like to question the
So we're gonna start
credentials
shit.
of one of the members of your board. I do not believe Fred should be a member of the board because he has said that he doesn't bother to even look at conditions around the building. He called the people
keep going.
the people that go to the pool disgusting, and I do not believe that qualifies him as a board member. Also, I believe he is just a rubber stamp of our beloved manager. And I hope you all agree with me. Are we discussing?
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
so can I just say,
We are
so are we
100%.
starting with a farce here? The president is the president. You're the treasurer. You're not the president. The president leads the meeting.
That's
None of
right.
this baloney. Stop, no, Tony, start the meeting correctly.
No.
Don't be shaking your head. Start the meeting correctly. We have a president. The president should lead the meeting. None of your nonsense today.
Right.
We're not putting up with the nonsense today.
okay. Power to the people. Bruce,
Yeah, and this
please
is the
run the
people right
meeting,
I would
Thank
be
you.
happy to.
and then we're going to change that as soon as we do reorganization. Okay, that's not how it works, but power to the people.
That is how.
That's how,
it works.
it's not the way Tony wants it to work, it's the way it.
Okay, Bruce,
Again, I'd like to question the credentials of Fred. He should not be on this board. He is totally prejudicial and just going to be a rubber stamp for you.
good.
Okay, so thank you for your comments. Why don't we start the meeting? Please hold all your questions, comments for the end.
Sure.
Okay?
Bruce, because he did that, I have to answer that now. Okay, first of all, I'm not a rubber stamp, for those of you. We do
No,
it.
you just did. You're a rubber face.
Fred, why are you
Are you guys
bothering?
through, wait, just a second. Are you guys through? If you don't want to be.
Answer the fact that you don't even live in River Shores either. You don't even live in River Shores.
You don't have to.
Bad, sad comment.
Why isn't somebody from Heather on the board? That's what I'd like to know.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm speaking. I have the floor, people. Okay? And could you take some of your anger out of this meeting? We're not going to be yelling and doing all that stuff, okay? People that would like to come to this meeting don't come because of the way it's, turns into yelling and anger and all that. Don't we live in the same land?
Most of us do.
I'm not
But
asking
there's
for
one
anything. I
person
didn't
that
give you the
stirs
floor.
pot constantly.
Would you
That person-
stop?
No, I'm not stopping.
Yes,
That
stop. You
person
don't
needs to
have the
stop
floor.
what he does, and we would have
You
a
see what I
peaceful
mean?
meeting.
Do you see
You
what I
want me to
mean?
speak? I want to speak
Do you
also.
see what I mean? I want you all to pay attention.
You're not answering the question. You said
That's
you wanted to
right.
answer the question.
I'm
Just
trying
answer
to.
it.
I have been interrupted by different people. You think I could answer that?
Because,
And there you go with another comment.
go on.
Could the people say positive and uplifting things where we can all go forward and upward so we work together?
But you don't live here.
Again, you're saying stuff, he comes back every time with old stuff 20 years ago, drop it. If he drops it, we'll
Don't
drop
tell
it.
him what to say. There are reasons you keep history.
Excuse me, can we just?
Oh, yeah,
All
right.
right, so we had this little diatribe. Can you- Bruce, would you start the meeting, go down?
No,
And
I'm
everyone
still
else-
answering this. And he accused me of saying people in the pool were disgusting. No, the conversations they have are disgusting. This is what people have
How do you
said.
know if you
And they
have-
come,
You know, if
It's
you never
hearsay, there you go, hearsay.
And
You
then-
hear it from yourself, so it's hearsay.
Can
are you
Bruce please
finished?
go down
And
the
so,
agenda?
I have the floor. Please sit down.
No.
Please sit
Bruce,
down.
Go down the agenda.
Again, so I didn't do what he said.
We have a
I
meeting to
said
run.
how
We
they
don't
hold
need to listen
themselves.
to you.
People
We have
don't
an
go to the
agenda.
pool because they just hear these negative conversations about other people, and so they
We
leave,
talk about
or
bingo and
they start
fantasy at the
coming
pool. I don't know
when
what you hear.
the group is out. So I want you to know. So what you were saying, all this stuff, no thank you.
Okay, on with the
All right,
meeting.
thank you,
I'm
Fred.
leaving.
All right, let's move on.
I just want to be out with truth, not just stuff.
Just to start out with board reorganization, Fred, welcome to the board. I'd like to ask you a question, which Tony asked me when I first joined, so I'm gonna pass it on. Were you legally appointed at a duly called board meeting by the River Shores Board, or were you asked by any current member to join?
Which one was that? Was it at the last?
No, we did it at the meeting last week, Bruce.
Great, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah, we didn't do a Zoom meeting.
That's okay. I'm just asking Fred the same question you asked me.
Oh, well, good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks, Fred. Okay. The next topic is to terminate the relationship with Hometown for.
No, we missed reorganization.
Oh, reorganization. Tony, would you like to take that one?
I make a motion to make Fred president, Peg secretary, Tony treasurer, and what would you like?
You know, you're really a piece of work.
You got it.
Worse than a piece of work.
You know what?
Give your resignation.
Really?
Jesus.
No.
Hey!
No, I want this. I want this. Keep coming.
Yelling.
Okay.
What a piece of work. We have a new president. His name is Bruce Taransky.
We?
Yes, we.
No, the board.
And we are all members.
Oh, guess what? There's a motion on the floor.
Exactly. Sit down.
What positions would you like, Bruce?
I abstain from responding to that.
Okay, what would you like?
I didn't hear the entire sentence, if you could.
Yeah, well, we have everybody interrupting the board meeting, which is usual, every board meeting. So there is a motion.
Quiet, please.
Mr. Sager is president, Mrs. Cook as secretary, Mr. Rubio as treasurer. What position would you like?
He's the president. You don't have to ask him.
He is.
He's the president.
No, is there I guess there's no response. Is there a second to the motion made?
I don't
They
know.
want to change the president because he doesn't like what
What
Bruce
is this
says.
all about?
Yeah,
Where did this
explain
come
it.
from?
We're finally doing what you want. We're the majority. That's what we're taking control. The majority.
Can
We
you
did
yell
what
a
we
little bit?
wanted 2 months ago,
You
as
are
we made an
unbelievable.
election.
Absolutely. It's going to get worse.
Okay,
Get out of here,
This has to stop. Wait 1 second, I'm sorry. First of all, I wanted to, I was gonna wait
Move
till
away,
later.
move away.
I'm gonna talk, and I'm
Move away,
I wanna
move
talk.
away,
You
so
are
quiet.
I wanna know,
Move
wait, I
away
wanna
and
know
be quiet.
who wrecked the dock over there? Whose boat wrecked the dock?
Who leaves
I
shit
wanna
all
know
over
that.
the
Who
dog
took
shit on the
responsibility
dock,
of that?
Fred?
Oh,
Who
what
wrote
was
that
that?
dock? We're not going any further until I get that answer. Can
You know
somebody
what?
tell me-
Why
can
don't
you
we
tell
just,
me-
well, just yell. We'll just
Can you
yell.
tell me-
Hey, I'm from New York. We'll yell.
Oh, such an asshole.
Asshole.
I want to know who broke that
Does
down.
anybody know who?
Well, give a fuck.
I do.
I don't give a fuck.
I do. I want to know who broke that dock. Can you tell me who broke that dock?
Get away from
No,
us.
I'm not getting away. I want to know who broke that dock.
Turn it around.
You have shame on you.
Turn me around.
All right, enough, enough. He's in charge. Not Jason. He's in charge.
For the moment. For the moment.
Bruce is president, will stay president.
Tony, your tone and your
You
language.
gotta, oh, I'm used to this.
You know what, Bruce, you can make him leave.
Yeah, we
You are
Tell him
chairman,
to
you
make him
conduct the
leave.
business. He doesn't have to be here if he doesn't control himself.
That's
So you
right.
call it, you're the chairman. That's right.
Who here doesn't control themselves?
Get me out of the pool. Get me out.
Tony,
Idiot.
Are we gonna be able to get through this meeting or not?
No,
That's up to you.
No, it's up to them.
No, it's up to you.
Good, let's move along. There's a motion. Is there a second?
I make a motion to terminate this meeting right now. We're not getting anywhere.
Wait, you can leave. We can stay now.
Unbelievable. I'm done.
Good. The meeting may continue because there's still a quorum of the board.
You're the president, please.
Don't get up, Bruce.
Don't get up, Bruce. Don't let him bully you.
No, don't get up. You're right.
You guys please stay
Peg,
quiet.
what do you think? You're a member of this committee. I'm
Please
just
let
asking
them
as a neutral
the
person.
question is reorganization.
But
And
why
we
did
can't
this,
get past
we
this.
just organized 2 months ago.
Come
Why
on,
are we
Peg.
Now we have a new
reorganizing?
member. Anytime there's a new member, we reorganize.
Yeah, but do you reorganize the presidency?
No.
No, whatever they say.
You are.
We are conducting a meeting.
Because all positions
There is a mo-
open when you reorganize.
No.
I have never heard of
Come on, don't.
that. When someone leaves the board, usually it's that position that needs to be filled,
Yes.
Okay.
not a reorganization.
And yes, that is your opinion.
That is my opinion.
Yes.
As president,
And
that's
he's
his opinion.
president.
That's very good.
Good.
Unfortunately, it's not agreed with. It's an opinion.
Well, it doesn't agree with you. You
It
don't.
doesn't matter. It is a board reorganization.
Oh,
Who
shut
said so?
The board!
up. I don't hear the board say
President.
Okay, so there's a motion, is there a second? And then we're gonna move very quickly with the meeting.
Where is the motion?
The motion is, Mr. Sager is president, Mrs. Cook is secretary, Mr. Rubio as treasurer. That's the whole game of this, is to upset. That's every board meeting. Now, they were asked, what positions would you like? That could be part of the motion. Would you want to be vice president, assistant secretary? There, those are the.
talking about?
I currently see myself as the president. I'm not gonna pick and choose another position.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Therefore, you could vote no on the motion. You're the vice president.
Yes.
So,
You're
Mrs. Wager,
manipulating everybody.
absolutely.
We don't want this.
Too bad.
Too bad?
Why isn't somebody from Heather on the board?
Idiot.
That's the question.
Why aren't you on the board?
We have somebody from our building on the board.
We don't care.
I know you don't.
Anyway, is there a second? No, we have to continue the meeting. They could leave, they could do anything they want. Out there, where board is conducting business.
Yeah.
This is done intentionally, so we all run away. We can't do it. We have to stand up to the bullies.
Right now, let me throw up.
We all took positions 2 months ago. I don't understand.
It doesn't matter whether you understand. It's a board decision. It's not important you get it. It's what is.
You don't give a person a position
Okay.
for 2 months and then take it away.
Why don't we?
We're going by
Why
the
wasn't
rules.
this done when your mother wasn't here the last meeting, that she was in a nursing home? Why wasn't that done then?
Don't bring
Why
up
did
his
you
personal
wait till
stuff. How
now?
dare you?
So you're just playing
How dare
games.
you? Why don't we-
Let's play the game.
You're playing
The
games.
game is there a second? Fred, Peg, is there a second, please, so we can move
I'll
along?
second the motion.
There's a first and second.
Shame on
Call the vote.
Shame on you.
Yeah, do you think you would? Shame, shame! Voice of the people!
makes me sick.
Voice, now we're calling the vote. Mrs. Wager, no. Abstain, no. Mr. Taransky,
I've already said what I have to say.
I don't know, no. Mrs. Cook,
Yes.
Mr. Sager,
Bruce, you're supposed to be.
Mr. Rubio, yes. The board has been reorganized. Next item on the board.
No!
Terminate the relationship of hometown.
It's not, no, it's not gonna happen. We're not having this meeting with you running it. I'm sorry
Are
to
you
say.
speaking for everybody
I'm
back
speaking
there?
for everybody.
Constituents say yes.
Okay.
I have a question.
Okay, good.
Do we have any bylaws that govern the Middle River Club?
Yes.
Okay.
Where are they?
I don't know where they are.
We don't either.
Well, okay, so the bylaws should govern what the procedures are.
How's he on the phone?
Okay.
How's he on the phone?
To elect officers or change officers. So, I mean, why don't you guys?
Hey, get away from us.
I can stay away right
Can you
now.
give us a
What Tony
second?
has done is proper, or it isn't. As much as people don't like it.
That's correct.
Either what he's done is proper, or it isn't.
Yes.
Okay, if it's proper, that someone can bring a motion at any time to change the composition of the board, then fine. If the board, if elected officers of the board, if elected officers of the board, you know, are to serve for a certain level of time, then what he did is not proper. So I mean, what are we arguing about?
Last minute, someone prepared as a president, and today is already told that they're not the president.
No, that's, I mean, you know,
It is.
It's been corrupt from the
The
beginning.
bylaws
So we
govern.
need to change them.
Quiet, so where are the bylaws, and do you have a copy?
Bring them out, bring them out.
Do you have a copy?
Let's
Show a
stop the
copy
meeting,
then.
get the bylaws, and start another meeting another time.
Will you stop and let him speak?
Are there
Will you stop?
Brother, stand up.
Are there any bylaws for
Oh,
this
my God.
organization?
You're wasting your time.
No, I mean, Bruce, you're the
Wasting
president.
your
It's
time.
wasting his time.
Bruce, you're the president.
Yes,
Are there any bylaws?
yes, there are. I do not
Okay.
have them with me, so that's not a bad idea to review them.
I would agree. I mean, give me a break.
So let's adjourn this meeting until we
And
understand.
you don't
Yes,
bring the
I'm
bylaws?
so
to the meeting?
sorry to bother you with
They didn't
this.
bring the financial
We are
statements
trying to
the
have a
last
board
one.
meeting, and we have some very angry people. Is there a way you can send over a sheriff?
Oh, please. We're not tenants here.
The address is 3000 Northeast 16th Avenue, Oakland Park, 33334. It's in the one, it's a condo. So
Let's adjourn the meeting.
it is actually Middle River Club. And it's the one-story building on the property in the back. They have to go through gate 1.
What exactly is happening?
You approve this behavior?
We have some very rowdy, angry people who are
Tenants, no,
trying,
owners,
who
not people,
cannot
owners.
let the board
We are
do
owners.
its business.
Tony's on the
Owners.
You
phone
hear
with
it?
the local sheriff's office asking
way.
for assistance to come to the
To
meeting.
arrest us? Are you stool
Yeah.
pigeon?
How many people are there?
There's approximately 40 people.
Whining like an little baby. He hasn't got his mother here to whine to, so he's crying, please.
You can hear them. Anthony Rubio.
What do you have to say to me? Say it.
Get away. We want
If you're gonna be
You hear it? Yes, this is the number. You got it.
just the rubber stamp for Tony.
I am not, so stop accusing
Okay, so I'm trying to talk to you.
No, we don't. Okay, what do you want to tell me?
864-6507.
Anybody know him? Can you take him away? Oh, my God.
I am so sorry. It's only going to be 15 minutes so we can get the business done. I am so embarrassed this is how they act. All right.